Frequent nighttime urination, medically known as nocturia, is a condition that affects millions of people worldwide. It not only disrupts sleep, but can also interfere with physical recovery, mental clarity, and emotional balance. While age, medications, and chronic conditions can contribute to nocturia, one of the most powerful yet overlooked ways to address it naturally is through the foods we consume. In this video, we'll explore 3 of the best superfoods scientifically and nutritionally shown to help reduce those frustrating nightly bathroom trips, support bladder health, and improve sleep quality without relying on synthetic medications or invasive interventions. Let's begin by recognizing the fact that the bladder is not an isolated organ. It's influenced by hormones, inflammation, fluid balance, and nervous system function. This is why certain foods can either aggravate or soothe the bladder's behavior. The first superfood that deserves attention is pumpkin seeds. These humble seeds are a concentrated source of essential minerals like zinc, magnesium, and healthy fats. Zinc plays a crucial role in maintaining proper urinary tract function and has been linked to improved prostate health in men, a common factor in nocturia. Additionally, pumpkin seeds contain phytosterols, which help modulate inflammation and reduce urinary urgency. Their magnesium content supports muscle relaxation, including the smooth muscles of the bladder, which can reduce overactivity. Regularly consuming a small portion of pumpkin seeds during the day, such as sprinkling them on salads or including them in smoothies, may gradually help regulate nighttime urination patterns. The second superfood with remarkable effects is chia seeds, rich in soluble fiber and capable of absorbing up to 10 times their weight in water. Chia seeds act like little hydration regulators in the body. They slow the rate at which fluids move through the digestive system and stabilize fluid absorption, leading to better fluid management overall. This can be especially helpful for people who experience an overfilled bladder at night, despite not drinking excessively before bed. Moreover, chia seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids, which further reduce inflammation in the bladder lining and urinary tract. They also support healthy blood sugar levels, an important consideration, as unstable glucose levels can indirectly influence urinary frequency. A tablespoon of soaked chia seeds in the morning, added to breakfast bowls or yogurt, can deliver both nutritional benefits and long-lasting hydration control. The third superfood that can offer profound benefits in managing nocturia is Tart cherries, particularly in the form of Tart cherry juice. These small fruits are one of the very few natural sources of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep-wake cycles. For people who wake frequently at night due to urination urges, improving sleep depth and continuity can be as impactful as reducing the physical urge itself. Tart cherries are also rich in anthocyanins and polyphenols, which help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are linked to bladder sensitivity and irritation. Consuming a small glass of tart cherry juice about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime not only helps induce restful sleep, but may also decrease the frequency of nighttime awakenings. It's important, however, to choose unsweetened varieties, as excess sugar can have the opposite effect on bladder function and sleep quality. While incorporating these superfoods is a great start, timing and lifestyle habits play a significant role in maximizing their benefits. Even beneficial foods, when eaten too close to bedtime, can increase the likelihood of nocturia. That's why it's important to consume most fluids and water-rich foods earlier in the day, ideally before evening. Aim to finish your last full glass of water at least 2 hours before sleeping. This gives your kidneys and bladder time to process and eliminate excess fluids while you're still awake. Additionally, try to avoid known bladder irritants such as caffeine, alcohol, spicy foods, citrus juices, and artificial sweeteners, particularly in the late afternoon and evening hours. Beyond dietary choices, supporting the bladder through gentle lifestyle strategies can enhance your results. Practices such as pelvic floor exercises, sometimes known as Kegels, help strengthen the muscles that control urination. Bladder training techniques, where you gradually increase the time between bathroom visits during the day, can also help recalibrate the bladder's sensitivity and capacity. Maintaining a healthy body weight, staying physically active, and reducing chronic stress are also essential components of an integrative approach to managing nocturia. Even factors like exposure to screens before bed and poor sleep hygiene can impact how often you wake up at night, and addressing these may be as important as dietary change. The beauty of focusing on superfoods like pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and tart cherries is that they provide a natural, sustainable, and side effect-free approach to a condition that many people silently struggle with. Unlike medications that mask the symptoms, these foods support your body's ability to restore balance at the root level. However, it's essential to be patient. Nutritional interventions often take a few weeks to show noticeable results, especially when dealing with chronic or age-related bladder issues. That said, if your symptoms are severe, sudden, or worsening, it's always recommended to consult with a qualified healthcare professional to rule out any underlying medical conditions such as diabetes, urinary tract infections, or prostate enlargement. Diet alone may not be enough in such cases, and professional guidance ensures safe and effective care. In conclusion, the path to deeper, uninterrupted sleep and a calmer bladder doesn't have to be complicated. By incorporating pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and tart cherries into your routine, while being mindful of fluid timing and bladder-friendly habits, you can create meaningful change in your nightly rest. These simple foods carry powerful healing properties when used consistently and with intention. Thank you for watching, and here's to better nights, healthier habits, and a more peaceful body. Nocturia is a condition marked by the need to wake up one or more times during the night to urinate. It might seem like just a minor inconvenience, but for many people, especially older adults, it severely disrupts sleep cycles, affects energy levels, reduces cognitive clarity, and can even raise the risk of accidents due to nighttime wakefulness. Unlike general urinary frequency that occurs throughout the day, nocturia is specifically tied to the sleep-wake cycle and often points to a deeper imbalance in the body. There are several root causes of nocturia, and understanding them is critical to addressing the issue holistically. One major cause is aging. As we grow older, the body's natural production of antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which helps the kidneys retain fluid during sleep, decreases. This leads to more urine production at night. Another common cause is an overactive bladder, which may result from inflammation, bladder muscle dysfunction, or nerve issues. Additionally, chronic health conditions such as diabetes, heart failure, sleep apnea, or prostate enlargement in men can increase nighttime urination. Even lifestyle habits like consuming caffeine, alcohol, or excessive fluids before bedtime can exacerbate the problem. Importantly, diet plays a significant role in both triggering and managing nocturia. Certain foods and beverages act as diuretics, stimulating the kidneys and increasing urine output. Others may irritate the bladder lining or cause inflammation, further reducing bladder control. On the other hand, some foods contain nutrients and compounds that help regulate fluid balance, support bladder muscle health, and calm overactivity. That's where the concept of using superfoods for nocturia relief becomes relevant. Superfoods are nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and can be naturally therapeutic. When carefully selected, they don't just suppress symptoms. They address some of the root causes of bladder dysfunction. In the next key points, we'll explore 3 of the most effective superfoods shown to provide real benefits for individuals struggling with nocturia. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are one of the most underrated yet incredibly powerful natural foods for supporting urinary and prostate health. These small green seeds pack a surprising nutritional punch. They are rich in zinc, magnesium, tryptophan, omega-3 fatty acids, and plant-based phytosterols, all of which offer targeted benefits for bladder function and nighttime urination issues. Zinc is particularly important for supporting prostate health in men. An enlarged prostate, medically referred to as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, is one of the most common causes of nocturia among aging males. Zinc has anti-inflammatory effects on prostate tissue and helps regulate testosterone and DHT, dihydrotestosterone levels, which are involved in prostate growth. Clinical studies have shown that men with higher dietary zinc intake have improved urinary flow and fewer nighttime awakenings. But the benefits aren't limited to men. Women also benefit from zinca's role in immune regulation and tissue repair, especially within the urinary tract. Magnesium, another key nutrient found in pumpkin seeds, helps relax the smooth muscles of the bladder and surrounding tissues. This may reduce bladder spasms, urgency, and the involuntary contractions that lead to nighttime awakenings. Omega-3 fatty acids and phytosterols also combat inflammation within the bladder lining, which is often responsible for hypersensitivity and frequent urges. Incorporating pumpkin seeds into your daily diet is both simple and effective. A small handful, about 1 to 2 tablespoons consumed during the day, preferably not in the evening, can deliver consistent therapeutic benefits over time. They can be eaten raw, roasted, or added to oatmeal, salads, or smoothies. For those who prefer supplements, cold pressed pumpkin seed oil is also available and has been shown in some research to improve urinary comfort, particularly in individuals with overactive bladder symptoms. While results may vary, many individuals begin noticing improvements in nighttime bladder control after a few weeks of consistent use. Chia seeds are a superfood with a unique set of properties that make them especially useful in managing nocturia. These tiny black or white seeds, native to Central America, have a gel-like quality when soaked in water, which allows them to absorb up to 10 times their weight in fluid. This capacity makes them a natural fluid balancer inside the body, an essential function for anyone experiencing frequent urination at night. One of the most valuable aspects of chia seeds is their high soluble fiber content. Soluble fiber slows down the digestive process, stabilizes blood sugar levels, and enhances the body's ability to manage hydration throughout the day. For people suffering from nocturia, this means fewer blood sugar spikes that could lead to excess urine production and a more regulated absorption of fluids into the bloodstream and kidneys. The slow-release hydration effect provided by chia seeds supports better overall fluid control and reduces the likelihood of sudden bladder filling at night. Additionally, chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation across various tissues, including the bladder and urinary tract. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a common contributor to bladder overactivity, urgency, and hypersensitivity. By calming this inflammation, chia seeds may indirectly reduce the frequency of nighttime urination. Chia seeds also support cardiovascular and metabolic health, two key areas linked to nocturia. People with uncontrolled diabetes, metabolic syndrome, or heart failure often experience increased nighttime urination due to the body's altered fluid regulation patterns. By promoting better glucose control and heart health, chia seeds help address the underlying metabolic contributors to nocturia. The best way to consume chia seeds is to soak them first, either overnight or for at least 15-30 minutes, before adding them to yogurt, smoothies, oatmeal, or baked goods. This not only improves their digestibility, but also enhances their hydration retention effects. It's advisable to consume them earlier in the day to avoid excess water retention close to bedtime. A typical serving size is about 1 to 2 tablespoons daily. With consistent use, chia seeds can become a simple, natural way to support your bladder's ability to function smoothly through the night. Tart cherries, especially the Montmorency variety, are an exceptional superfood with dual benefits for nocturia. They promote better sleep and help reduce bladder-related inflammation. One of the most important compounds found in tart cherries is melatonin, the natural hormone responsible for regulating the body's internal sleep-wake clock. Unlike many over-the-counter melatonin supplements, which are synthetic, tart cherries offer a food-based source that works more gently and naturally with the body's rhythms. Better sleep quality alone can have a major impact on nocturia. Research shows that the deeper and more consolidated your sleep, the less likely you are to wake up to urinate, even if your bladder is partially full. Tart cherries have been shown in studies to increase melatonin levels and improve sleep duration and efficiency. For those whose nocturia is partly driven by light or fragmented sleep, this can be a game changer. In addition to melatonin, tart cherries are rich in anthocyanins and polyphenols, which are plant-based antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in tissues throughout the body, including the urinary system. Chronic inflammation of the bladder lining or urethra can contribute to sensations of urgency and increased frequency, both during the day and at night. By calming these inflammatory signals, Tart cherries may reduce the urgency that leads to nighttime awakenings. The recommended method of consumption is either whole tart cherries, fresh or frozen, or tart cherry juice concentrate diluted in water. It's important to choose unsweetened options, as added sugar can interfere with blood sugar stability and potentially worsen nocturia. A typical dosage might be around 8 ounces of tart cherry juice 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, or 1 to 2 cups of cherries in the evening. Within a few weeks, many individuals notice not only better sleep, but also fewer bathroom trips during the night. For those with both bladder and sleep challenges, tart cherries offer a unique and natural solution. While choosing the right superfoods is essential for managing nocturia, knowing when and how to consume them can dramatically influence their effectiveness. Many people assume that simply avoiding drinks at night is enough. But in reality, the timing of both food and fluid intake plays a critical role in reducing nighttime urination. This is especially true for those using functional foods like pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, or tart cherry juice for symptom relief. The body's urinary output is closely tied to its natural circadian rhythm, kidney function, and fluid processing rate. For instance, the kidneys tend to produce less urine at night due to hormonal changes, especially the secretion of antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which signals the body to conserve water. However, as we age or develop metabolic issues, the secretion and effect of ADH can decline, resulting in more urine production during sleep hours. One way to support the body's natural rhythm is by loading hydration earlier in the day. This means drinking the bulk of your fluids before 6 p.m. and gradually tapering off as bedtime approaches. When it comes to superfoods, pumpkin seeds and chia seeds should ideally be consumed in the morning or early afternoon. This allows the body enough time to digest them, absorb their beneficial nutrients, and modulate inflammation or bladder support well before you go to bed. Chia seeds, due to their high absorbency and fluid balancing effect, are especially helpful early in the day to promote even hydration without burdening the bladder at night. For tart cherry juice, the exception applies. It's best taken in the evening, typically about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. The goal here is to sync the natural melatonin boost from the cherries with your body's internal clock. However, portion control is essential. Limit intake to about 4 to 8 ounces of unsweetened juice to avoid excessive sugar or fluid volume right before sleep. Beyond timing, pairing superfoods with other bladder-friendly nutrients can further enhance their impact. For instance, consuming chia seeds alongside magnesium, rich foods like leafy greens or bananas can support muscle relaxation. Combining pumpkin seeds with foods high in vitamin E and selenium, like avocados or Brazil nuts, may enhance their anti-inflammatory effects. Lastly, it's worth noting that bladder irritants such as caffeine, spicy foods, alcohol, and carbonated beverages can undermine your efforts, even if you're eating the right superfoods. These should be minimized, especially in the evening hours. Herbal teas like chamomile or corn silk tea may be safer alternatives, but even those should be consumed in moderation and earlier in the evening to prevent overnight fluid buildup. In summary, managing hydration wisely and integrating bladder, supporting superfoods at the right time of day can create a powerful synergy. It supports not just the bladder, but also sleep quality, kidney rhythm, and overall urinary tract health. Consistency and strategic timing are key for long-term relief from nocturia. Key point 6C, lifestyle synergy, pairing diet with behavioral adjustments, while superfoods provide essential nutrients that help soothe the bladder and promote hormonal balance. They are not magic bullets. For optimal results in managing nocturia, dietary changes must be combined with practical lifestyle adjustments. This holistic approach strengthens bladder control, improves sleep quality, and addresses the physiological and behavioral patterns that contribute to frequent nighttime urination. One of the most effective behavioral techniques is bladder training. This involves gradually increasing the interval between urination during the day to improve bladder capacity and reduce urgency. For instance, if you currently urinate every hour, try extending that to every 90 minutes, then every 2 hours. Over time, this helps the bladder adjust to holding larger volumes comfortably, which can reduce the chances of nighttime overactivity. It also conditions the brain-bladder connection to respond more appropriately to fullness, rather than reacting to every small signal. Another key lifestyle tool is pelvic floor strengthening exercises, often referred to as Kegels. These exercises target the muscles that support the bladder, uterus, and rectum. When practiced regularly, Kegels enhance the ability to control urination and prevent involuntary leaks or urgency for both men and women, especially those who've experienced childbirth or pelvic surgeries. Pelvic floor exercises are invaluable in improving bladder control. Sleep hygiene is equally critical. Even if the bladder is functioning relatively well, poor sleep can amplify sensitivity to minor urges, causing more frequent awakenings. Limiting screen time before bed, sleeping in a dark and quiet room, and establishing a consistent bedtime routine all help improve melatonin production and sleep quality. This is where Tart cherry juice, when consumed at the right time, can reinforce natural sleep signals and reduce disruptions. It's also important to manage underlying health conditions that may contribute to nocturia. High blood pressure, diabetes, heart failure, or kidney dysfunction can all lead to excessive fluid retention and nighttime urination. Following prescribed treatments, monitoring fluid intake, and maintaining a healthy weight all play a role in supporting bladder function. Some people find that elevating their legs for 30 to 60 minutes in the evening east to encourage fluid redistribution helps reduce overnight fluid accumulation and subsequent urination. Stress management is another factor that's often overlooked. Chronic stress can lead to adrenal imbalances, sleep disturbances, and heightened nervous system activity, all of which can influence bladder function. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, gentle yoga, and spending time in nature help calm the nervous system, which in turn supports a calmer bladder. Lastly, keeping a bladder diary for a week or two can be extremely helpful. Documenting fluid intake, urination times, types of beverages consumed, and any symptoms can reveal patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. It also provides a valuable tool if you choose to consult a healthcare provider for further support. In conclusion, if you're someone who struggles with frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, know that relief is possible. And it doesn't always require medications or drastic measures. By integrating bladder, supporting superfoods like pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and tart cherries into your daily routine, and pairing them with thoughtful hydration timing and simple lifestyle changes, you're taking a smart, natural approach to better bladder control and deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Remember, every small step counts. Consistency is key. Whether it's adjusting when you drink fluids, strengthening your pelvic floor, or choosing nutrient-dense foods that reduce inflammation and support your body's rhythms, each habit you build brings you closer to real, lasting relief. And while these strategies can be powerful on their own, it's always wise to consult a qualified healthcare provider if symptoms persist or if you have underlying conditions that may be contributing to nocturia. Thank you for watching and investing in your health. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed guidance on natural wellness. Wishing you restful nights and healthier days ahead.